Okay, let's talk about the season finale of Daredevil Born Again. Now, in the season finale, we see Matt Murdock in the hospital after getting shot, protecting Kingpin in the last episode, which was a big deal, honestly. I mean, the fact that he protected Kingpin is huge. Now, in this episode, we see Matt in the hospital, and apparently he's still hurt, but he's overall okay, I guess. I think the bullet didn't hit him anywhere dangerous. I think it was closer to the shoulder, but anyway. Now, we see Kingpin talking about what happened during the dance, and Matt Murdock protecting him. And honestly, I thought this was going to be a turning point for Matt and Kingpin's relationship. I thought that this was going to be the start of something new, that they might actually try and work together from now on. I mean, he saved his life, that's a big deal. But as it turns out, Kingpin decides to kill Matt Murdock and make it so that he's a dead hero instead of a live vigilante. So apparently he still has a problem with him, and he'd rather kill him than let him live, even though he saved his life, which was a pretty dark turn. And then we see Kingpin and his wife talking about the future and stuff, and he talks about his new project at the port. And he says that she did so much for him and for their company when he was gone, after what happened in Hawkeye. And he actually did want to save the city and make the city better, but such a great opportunity showed up, a business opportunity, that he just couldn't ignore it. So basically he's going back to his old ways in just one episode. I mean, what's that about? I mean, all these episodes we saw him trying to do better, trying to help the city, but as soon as a huge business opportunity shows up, he just becomes Kingpin again. He doesn't care about the city anymore. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. So basically he wants to kill Matt Murdock and do some illegal business, which is basically what Kingpin always did. So basically the entire build up to the series ending was, as far as his character goes, was all for nothing. I mean, it seems like a huge waste. But, so anyway, he decides to send his guy to kill Matt Murdock at the hospital, and he comes up with a plan to make sure that he gains control over the entire city, some sort of similar to martial law, where he can control what happens in the city. He can close off the city. The laws that normally work don't work anymore. He has full control over everything. So there's a huge blackout where the power goes out for a whole night, I think. And it was during this blackout that his guy was going to come kill Matt Murdock, but Matt managed to escape somehow. He hears his footsteps or something, and he somehow managed to get himself back to his apartment, even though he was shot and gravely injured. So it doesn't make sense, but whatever. As he's sitting in his apartment, we see the Punisher again. Now we saw him a few episodes earlier, but now he's in this episode. And apparently he was sent here by someone to make sure that Matt was okay and to get him to another location. And as they are talking, Matt hears that the Kingpin's guys showing up, the cops that he hired. Not hired, but yeah, I guess technically hired. So they show up, and Matt Murdock and Punisher start fighting those guys and really taking them out. I mean, Punisher kills, I think he kills most of them. I saw a lot of deadly attacks from him. Now I think that's Punisher's thing. I don't know about the character specifically, but yeah. And one of the guys who came after him was also the guy who killed White Tiger, and he tells Matt that this is a chance to get revenge, and Matt chooses not to. And then there's a grenade explosion, I think, and they both jump out of get out of the building. So I don't know what happens to the rest of those guys. I mean, if there was an explosion, chances are they're probably dead. So anyway, those two escape and they go to another place. I think this is Punisher's hideout again. It seems like that place. And apparently the girl from the earlier, in the first episode, who was a part of the previous series, now I forgot her name. I think she and Matt had a relationship or something. Now she shows up, and apparently she's the one who hired or called Punisher to help him. So we see them all talking, and apparently she has some sort of a past with Punisher. Anyway, after this, Punisher, what else happens? Well, after this, Punisher gets caught fighting those corrupt cops again, and Matt Murdock and the girl from earlier, I forgot, damn, what was her name? Anyway, I forgot her name. So they both decide that they need to save the city, and she takes her to a place where a few people, now I don't know who these people are, maybe they're from the previous series. I mean, they're all sitting there, and he tells them that even though the city's in a bad shape right now, the city can be saved. And he says that they need help, obviously, because Kingpin's got the entire city under his control, all the cops and everything. Not to mention the gang members that are under his control. So we see the city going into chaos, and this has pretty much been an entire build-up for the next season, I guess. I mean, when you look at it, nothing huge really came out of this season, apart from Kingpin taking control at the last second, which he could have done immediately if he wanted to. He could have done the same stuff as he did before and did it. Oh yeah, the commissioner. Commissioner Kingpin kills him, and in a brutal and violent way, he crushes his head in. I mean, that was pretty violent. I didn't think that guy was going to die this soon. I thought he was going to be a main character for the series. But anyway, he's dead, and he kills him in front of all the cops, and they just stand there looking. And basically, Kingpin's Kingpin again. So, what's going to happen in the season 2? I don't know. Is Matt Murdock's team going to show up again? What was the team called? The team with Iron Fist and those other guys. I forgot the name. Anyway, so there's a possibility that team might show up. So, but anyway, this is how the season ends, and it ended on kind of a unsatisfying note. It was mostly anticlimactic. Nothing happened. I mean, I feel like this should have happened a couple episodes ago, and this should have been how everything gets fixed. But anyway, that's what it is. So that's the series finale of Daredevil Born Again, and well, it wasn't all that exciting, honestly. I mean, there were a few moments here and there, but still, it wasn't what I expected. But let's hope something happens in season 2 that's much better than this.